In many cases, these defenses are enough to protect us from harm, but not always. There are still other defenses, different tissues and cells in the body that together are called the immune system. Many of the weapons of the immune system are found in the blood that flows through the circulatory system and reaches almost every part of the body. Besides the billions of red blood cells that flow through our blood vessels, there are other kinds of blood cells. Different kinds of white blood cells that are essential soldiers in defending against disease.
Suppose there's a cut in the skin through which bacteria enter the bloodstream. These bacteria let off chemical signals that alert certain kinds of white blood cells called phagocytes, which means cells that eat. And that's exactly what they do. A phagocyte surrounds pathogens by sending out extensions of its cell body called pseudopods that envelop the invaders. Once inside the phagocyte, the pathogens are dissolved by chemicals. One kind of phagocyte is called a macrophage, which means big eater. Here, a macrophage has sent out its pseudopods to capture a single bacterium before drawing it into its cell body.
White blood cells are present not only in the blood, but also in lymph, a clear liquid that circulates throughout the body in the lymphatic system. Lymph provides nourishment for cells and also removes poisons and destroyed germs. At certain points in the lymphatic system are clumps of tissue called lymph nodes. Here, dead pathogens and other wastes are collected before being disposed of. Inside lymph nodes, something else important happens. But before seeing what this is, let's first look at a characteristic of every pathogen as well as every cell in the body. Every cell in the body and every pathogen that invades the body has special markers on its surface called antigens. Antigens are markers that tell the immune system whether or not something is part of the body. The first time a particular kind of pathogen invades the body, its antigen markers alert the immune system that it doesn't belong. Inside lymph nodes, special white blood cells called lymphocytes respond by manufacturing antibodies. Antibodies are Y-shaped molecules that are custom designed so that their ends will fit on the antigen markers of an invading bacterium or other germ. Like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, each kind of antibody fits with only a particular kind of antigen. After they are manufactured by lymphocytes, antibodies rush to the site of an infection and latch onto the invading pathogens and make them harmless. In some instances, antibodies clump the pathogens together and make it easier for phagocytes to eat them. Antibodies also enable chemicals in the blood to destroy pathogens.
But the first time a pathogen invades the body, it takes time for antibodies to be manufactured and do their job. In the meantime, the pathogens may have had time to do damage, and the person becomes sick. However, once attacked by a particular kind of pathogen, some antibodies remain in the bloodstream and are ready to respond if the same kind of pathogen attacks again. Also, lymphocytes remember the germ's antigen markers and are ready to make the right kinds of antibodies quickly, so quickly that this time the pathogen doesn't have time to do any damage.